Good morning. Welcome to Sunday Morning Coffee, episode something. So it is kind of officially 3 years of Sunday Morning Coffees. I know that doesn't add up if you add up. What is? I was looking at something in the guinea pig land, thinking it was flesh, but it was a half-eaten tomato. So, whew, I was thinking, what have they killed? So yes, number-wise it isn't, but calendar-wise it is. So it's been 3 years. It's mad. 3 years. It's quite fun. I think I mentioned on the 2-year or 1 year that going back and not watching them all, but kind of skimming through them chronologically is quite fun. And seeing just how things change and how some things don't change. It's mostly my hair going through various lengths and dye colours and stuff like that. I was gonna dye it before here, but I've looking alright actually. I kinda like the fade. So yeah. Yeah, 3 years. Imagine what did you do before this on Sunday mornings? What was life like back then? Yeah, morning all. I'm not I'm not waking up. I'm not. I've been up for a little while actually. Got my coffee, got my notes. I have a semblance of being together, so that's good. Background tiny hands, always what you want. How are you all doing? Yes, there's a nice chunk of you here. Yeah, exactly. So I get you up in the morning, set up your Sunday, and then you don't just go back to bed afterwards, which is what I do. I'm actually going out afterwards. I know. I've got to leave the house. I've got to go somewhere that's not the house or the office, which is quite terrifying. So yeah, what has happened this week? Lots of things. It's been a bit of a whirlwind week. I had my mega big meeting, which I spoke about last week, and I'm sure that just finished me off. So, what we got? Oh, this is where you just mentioned that you did better things before Sunday morning coffee. What we got? What we got? What day is it? Who are we? Where are we? Big meeting. So I think I mentioned last Sunday I was a bit peoply burnt out because I need some rest between humans, and I'd done a very unusual amount of socializing for myself last week. So I think that combined with me and general overload was I was pretty knackered. And then the meeting on Tuesday, yeah, think it was Tuesday. Yes, the meeting on Tuesday was from 8 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. of solid numbers crunching and various brains crunching. And I think that kind of killed me afterwards, as well as some sort of weird mystery ill, because I ended up waking up choking. So that was like, hey. So I did have a chunk of time. Did I have a chunk of time off? No, I still managed to persevere. But Friday, that was it. Friday, I was not in the office due to the choking. But Saturday, which was yesterday, I did go in. I did break my rule of not going to the office at the weekend, but because it's been a bit of a jaunty week, I justified it. I had a solid plan. I went in, did it, came back with a decent time, and then spent the evening messing about with plants, which was nice. So still did quite a solid week there. I can't go too much into the meeting as it was all the secrets. But like I said before, it was it was a big meeting about Bad Squiddo, and don't worry, I'm not selling off to GW or anything. It was more like making some business plans for the next year and such. Come up with some really good ideas that are going to be implemented. Well, some which have been immediately implemented, which is cool. Again, just to be a tease, I can't say much about it, but I'm feeling very confident, feeling very good about Bad Squiddo. What are the bits that we can? I can't because I can't give you a heads up. Breaking any form of NDA is a bad idea. Yes, it is. But one of the things, there wasn't an NDA, but it's breaking my own NDA basically if I tell you too much. I can't keep some things back. But one of them is to be more proactive in reminding people that we're the premier excellent female miniatures company, which is something I have been a bit lack at, especially with getting distracted by things like the pen, although the pen is great. I've kind of got maybe not lazy, but kind of assuming that everyone knows when they don't know. So you may have noticed already, I've been starting to do more regular sort of, hello, this is what we do, so that new people that see it will, get that sort of like constant advertising, but hopefully in a way that isn't boring, because I've been trying to put up some of the really nice pictures and some of the ones from Ross, more games please, just the like pretty scenic photos rather than just like product, but to keep reminding people like this is what we do, we are believable female miniatures, and yes, that's it. I don't want to end up suing yourself exactly. That would be, maybe I could, that would be some good content. But yeah, it was really good, especially as I've been on a bit of that downer recently, which is why I set up the meeting, because I thought, right, I need to kick up the ass. So that was good. So yeah, while I can't give you too much of the actual details, yes, I've been seeing you share it, Eva Ginger. Thank you very much. That's always appreciated, and the comments on the posts as well, so that it algorithms them. God, this is the downside. The bonus for me is that I've got right behind my screen is the guinea pig pens there, and Dave is right behind the screen attacking Mama Bear. What are you doing to Mama Bear? he's, he's not attacking it. He's like moving it around, but he likes dragging them into place. But he don't quite go at Mama. Leave Mama Bear alone, you monster. He's hunting. He's hunting. You just get a narration of Dave hunting behind the screen. But yes, hey, Daniel's got the My Hero. Nice, thank you. That's good. So yeah, that's been good. Basically, I need to just keep promoting and sort of hammering in that message of what we do. Also to focus a bit more. I was very good recently. I was eyeing up buying someone else's range to the point of like, I think I'll do it. And then went, Annie, it's not even female minis or anything that fits. You just want it because it's cool. And there's a load of companies doing stuff because it's cool. Which I've said before, like, if I was doing something just because it was cool, I would have given up long ago because it's not worth it. But what my heart, so part of it was sort of asking questions to myself, like, what's my heart at? What do I want to out of Bad Squiddo? What do I want it to do? And it always comes back to the historical figures and the education. So teaching people about stuff, which was a really good kick up the arse again for the community miniatures, which I've made a bit of a start across them all. I've made more of a start on the earlier ones, but now I've been spending a week sort of clearing a lot of tasks. It means that I can actually get a real grip on it next week, because I want to have some accountability. So maybe, like by Sunday, maybe by next Sunday, I can go, right, we're here with community miniatures, rather than the last year of soon. So yeah, sort of prioritizing, looking back, because Bad Squiddo has grown. It's like over 7 years now, and it's definitely expanded from what it originally was, which is great. But it's making sure that the core is solid. So whilst guinea pigs and the scenics and some of that stuff is wicked and it's not going anywhere because I love it, it's making sure that people are still aware of the actual core and the message and that sort of thing. And sometimes that's hard because I always just want people to buy the figures because they're good, which they are. I feel a bit, what's the word? Not disingenuous. I guess it's that not gaslighting either. I don't know what the word. It's almost that like woke millennial thing, like, putting things like, aren't you fed up of women in chainmail bikinis, which I did at the start. And I feel like it's almost a bit of a cliche now because it has moved on a bit. But that's what I need to be doing more of, rather than the minis are cool, here's the minis. I need to keep reaffirming the message, because that's the thing that people share and new people see and all that. So if you see some cheesy ads, that's me doing my thing. We haven't had a mug reveal yet or t-shirt. It's just the same umbrella t-shirt that I love. Although today we have a coffee with the ladies from Fury Road on there. I'm always quite selective of which mug I choose for the show. Today's mug choice is because we are approaching the apocalypse with all the fuel rises and I don't know what it's like outside the UK, but basically our bills are going up to obscene levels, whilst the energy companies are having record monies. So, also, I missed a Mad Max themed party last night because I was too tired. So there we go. Although this is good for you, because there would have been a sort of, with all like the black eye, me going, oh, Sunday morning coffee. But I repotted plants instead. Oh yeah, I have standard coffee. If I see the cheese, I share the cheese. Yeah, I guess the round of it is not getting complacent. Yeah, I can find out who it is, because it was from Redbubble. So the art, because it was from an artist's page, you can get it on all the stuff that Redbubble do. It's wicked, isn't it? I like that. So yeah, sort of just, it's almost as if I'd starting again. What would I do? And kind of getting that energy back in. So I think, apart from being knackered, that energy has started to come back, which is good. Because I used to always be talking about what we're doing and what it's for. So what have we got? France just put 4% cap on energy price, and we just, yeah. The other thing that I didn't know, which I probably should, but found out a few months ago the hard way, is there's no so you know how we're capped to some extent, but not really in the UK on the price rise. Business rates have no cap, so the office basically is just crazy, but not too much for me because I literally just have lights and a computer. But yeah, that's mad. Jez worked with one of the main costume folks off Fury Road last year. Nice. I was drinking away, drinking my coffee with my Mad Max. So what else has been happening? So we've got some good. So especially if you watch the last sort of few weeks, where I've been a bit like hopeless, which is one of my to not do. Don't post when emotionally compromised so much, Annie. So we're going to kick some ass and take over the world. Basically, that's what's going to happen. So that's all ace. Plastics, not mine. Yet one day. I did a mega plastic restock last night. So it's not in the shop yet, but it's a heads up that I'll be adding that to the shop in the week, whenever it is processed. But I've been a bit out of touch with some of the other companies. I stock all the plastic box sets. Been a bit out of touch. I've been letting some of the stock sort of go down a bit as well, just out of whelm. But I've ordered a big restock. So, the Fireforge, Frostgrave, Griffin Beast, all that sort of stuff I stock. The Renedra, all the things are getting replenished. So again, at some point in the week, whenever I pester North Star to get it done, I usually get it a bit quicker because they don't need to mail it, so I can just walk. Peter Bryan, are you going to stock the new dwarf plastics from Fireforge? I am. They're in the order. So they'll be. I hadn't even seen them. I just saw them on an order form. I was like, what are these? Went, no ways. They're like Ram Rider things. So I got a bunch of those new dwarves. I got, what else? There was some new stuff from Fireforge. No, other Fireforge historicals maybe that I hadn't heard of. Who else? I've got quite a lot of new stuff. The new stuff from Arcan. Those guys, the ones who do the dragons, Archon Studios. There's a lot coming from those as well. I didn't get mega numbers though. So if you do look and it's sold out, just give me a message, because some of them I only got sort of 2 of them because they're expensive and it adds up quite quickly when a do all that. But there's some really nice terrain, like big terrain bits. There's like a cathedral as well. And I hadn't seen any of that. I was like, oh, when did that come out? I'm usually quite on it. I do have the wicker fences from Renedra. If they're not on the website, if they're not on stock now, they'll be on the order. So they'll be in the week. Because I like doing the large plastic things, because I just think it's such a winner for getting bulk of stuff. Even though we have our own wonderful terrain range, we don't do the big stuff. So I always kind of say you should get like the big, your big terrain and all that. It makes sense to get it in that budget friendly, and then use my really cool things to give it the flair, the pizzazz. And there's some nice sort of like dwarven holds and things in there too, which I'm contractually obliged to now mention. Rubble City from Fenris. Fenris has been working on Rubble City. I don't have a gun to my head. No, it's just really good. I realised as I was promoting the larger company that I was not mentioning the smaller company. But Fenris has been working on Rubble City too, and instead of being in parts, it's in a solid buildings, which was he's watching, so it was my honest critique of Rubble City 1 that somebody like myself might have looked at it and gone, I don't know where to start, which is true because I have a massive pile of Rubble City, and not being an architect or particularly buildery, mostly not having time, I can't. People do want to be spoon fed. That's basically it. So to have the building and go, this is the building, this is what you get in this pack, rather than kind of stuff, because you can get overwhelmed by the stuff. So this time they're assembled into stuffed. So you just get to spray and paint it. I'm not actually contractually obliged to mention it. It's just really good. And I'm really impressed with the stuff I've been seeing, because he's been putting it, so he's been painting it and then just putting nice little vines and stuff up. And because I'm a Castle Ruins fan as well, it looks real, which like the attention to detail is really nice. So I don't know when that's live. I'm sure you might see in the comments. But yeah, that's not too far off. So if you want more a bigger terrain, go check that out as well. Because it's just looking lovely, and I've seen some of it already. It's good. And then some bad Squiddo stuff to decorate it with, What have we got? Yes! Attacking Hornby plastic buildings with soldering iron and saw. Yes, that Simba plastic castle for a tenner is also amazing. So yes, all those new things in stock. So that community minis, bloody Twitter. I've written bloody Twitter. I would like to state again that my accounts on Twitter follows about 7,000 people. I do follow people I like, but I also occasionally, this is quite standard for businesses, I look at it in the suggested, and I go down the suggested and I just follow as many people as it lets me, or till I get bored, that appear to be in the wargames roleplay land. Because then they see you and then they might follow you back, and it builds the community. So it's one of the reasons I've got a big following. Obviously, when I do that, I don't vet everybody that I follow. So occasionally, it turns out that I'm following someone terrible and I didn't realise. No, Daniel, I follow you on purpose. But some of you I might have found at some point just by giving you the cheeky follow, and then you've gone, what's this? Hey, this is cool. So yeah, occasionally I do follow someone horrific, and it's never an endorsement. It is never an endorsement at all. And I am almost certainly unaware, as I will also barely browse Twitter. I live in my notifications part. It's only when I'm really bored I'll sort of have a skim, but I mostly do a bit of a old-fashioned thing. I'll go and look up specific things, or I'll look up hashtags. I won't really go on the feed on there. But yeah, so if you do notice, be like Daniel and PM me rather than making a post of outraged that Bad Squiddo's following horrible stuff again because I'm not. I've just done it because they have games in the title, and I will get rid of them. So yes, a quiet word. Also good. Yeah. Have I done an oopsie? No. No. Me and my and a few other times people have said, "Well, that's not a good excuse." When I've said I didn't know who they were, I've gone, "That's not a good excuse because it's been really all over Twitter at the moment." I've not been there. I've been in my notifications talking about guinea pigs. That's it. Follows are not endorsements. There we are. We got bloody Twitter. I think there is that. Bloody Twitter. Big order out. Oh yes. So yesterday when I went into the office, because I was thinking, and I did say to Andy in the morning, I said, I don't know what I'm going to do today. I don't know whether to go to the office or to stay at the house and enjoy life. Oh no, it wasn't Saturday morning. It was Friday evening. And I thought, I'm not supposed to work Saturdays, but I did have a day off. So I went in, but I went in with a mission, and I'm really glad I did. I actually really like working the weekend. Sometimes I think about taking one day off in the week and swapping it for like a Saturday or Sunday, because maybe a Saturday or a Sunday. Because no one's around, no one expects anything of you. It's a bit like working in the night, and I'm sure a lot of people there will do things in the evening. And yeah, it's that like, but because I'm an early bird, I don't get the joy of that whole evening thing. I get the morning bit to some extent. But yeah, it's that like it's a time when no one can bother you. So I had a bunch of tunes on and I got to work yesterday. I did so much. I got there at 6 in the morning and I left at what was it? When did I leave? About 4, which was a long, not a mega long day, but I got so much done in that time because I was in mega focus. It was ace. But I got a 35 kilogram order all packed and ready to get collected tomorrow, which can be really some of the trade orders can just like melt my brain because there's so much stuff. And sorting the invoicing out and all that shenanigans for some reason will become like a bigger thing than it is. Um, so getting that done, yes, because I'm trying to really get on top so that my trade accounts basically get there because they take a bit longer than normal shop orders, obviously, because they order loads of stuff. But to get them so there isn't actually that much difference, so they'll get their stuff really quickly rather than in okay time, because then I can get dark. Then I can get start building up the retailers, which is another thing I've been talking about for a while that I need to get more and more. But I don't want to do it relatively slowly because that's what people do. They build up too quick and then they can't cope with the amount of retailers they've got, and then everyone has to wait or things are out of stock. So I was really chuffed that I got that sorted. So it's just a physical nature. It's 35 kilos, it's a beast. And that's going to America. I won't say who to, but it's probably obvious. But they will be having a lot of new stuff. And yeah, all the new releases as well, which is wicked. Another thing I managed in the week is the mega stock take. So since Expo, my stock levels have been all over the place. So I use livestock, not pigs. Oh, they're both cuddling the mama bear now. So why did my brain die? Yeah, so the stock levels have been out, which is usually it's not been the worst, but there's been a few bits where it's been a bit of an annoyance. What was it? Brain stock levels out. And yeah, and it's just got worse and worse because it was already out. So then I was being a bit crap with it. And I needed to know what I actually needed to order because that's why it's really good too that I can just pull up a spreadsheet and it tells me all the stock. So when I do an order, I can pretty much just put a formula in of how many more to order. And I've been putting that off because I don't want to double check that I hadn't double ordered or anything like that. So I got all of that done on Thursday, I think it was, which is ace. So I haven't finished with the terrain yet, but all of the bad Squiddos back to back to having live stock on the website, basically. So if it says they're in stock, then it is true. It's not lying. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I got that done. That done. Proactive potatoes. My potatoes are doing really well. I've put some sweet potatoes, and I'm well into my avocados. The avocados are going crazy. So you spike the avocado pip. I don't know what it's called. Is it pip? Spike it and then drip it so the bottom half's in water, and then it grows into a tree. So my avocados are going crazy. So I started doing it with sweet potato. Well, again, much to Andy's disgust, there's just random vegetables and water around the house. Sweet potatoes are going wild. So yeah, you just leave them in the water, and then they grow really viney and lovely. And then eventually you can just get rid of the actual potato part. It's well cool. Avocado stone, yes, that's it, Carol. Oh yeah, that's what year is this? I have got the thing through from the Two Fat Lardies event, which I think is in like 2 weeks or something. So I will be playing. What am I playing? I think I'm playing Chain of Command and What a Cowboy, I think. So yeah, that'll be cool. At BritCon, which isn't that far away. So playing some games, that's going to be cool. Not far off. Going to be bunny sitting just before that, I think, as well. I need to see if it follows onto a Sunday. But so that I could have bunny and Sunday morning coffee. But if not, I'll take lots of bunny photos. The bunny is coming here, and some stranger pigs. No, I am playing Samurai with flashing blades. That's what I'm playing. There we go. The Two Fat Lardies were out my way the other day on Lowestoft Beach. Oh, out! So they're getting out of your way, but they were at your end. So that's been an action-packed half hour. Have I got any other bits to end it on? Next Sunday, there will be a Sunday morning coffee. 3 years of show. Ago again, I set it up because I used to be really, really well. I am still shy. I just better at pretending that I'm not. But I used to be very, very shy with anything on camera, and it was stopping me do more interviews and things like that. So this was originally just so I'd get used to talking to a camera, and talking to the camera when there's no other human directly there is really weird. The fact that I can now just do it is wicked, and you've all really helped, and it's just ended up as a really nice community. So I'm really, really happy that you all still come along and listen to me ramble along. Is it raining? Why is it raining? I'm going on an explore afterwards. I'm gonna go see Angeli, but she's moved, so she's out in the sticks, and all my friends keep moving out into the sticks because of the government. Because nobody can afford to live in town, and all of my friends are buying houses now, so they can't buy houses in town because it's too expensive. So it's splintering the community. I, on a bonus, will never afford a house unless we know. Actually, that's not the thinking. When Bad Squiddo becomes massive, maybe then. But renting in town's fine. So I've moved to town for the community, and there's loads of people around, and it's great. And now everyone's buying houses, and they're all just going far away to really hard to reach areas without a car. So all my friends, it's like my neighbours are moving as well. I'll just be left here with the students, I guess. So yeah, it's going to be nice, and I get to see her dog. My guinea pigs have been very cuddly there after they were tearing apart that teddy. Dave gets so aggressive. Right, and that's me. I'm rambling, but no, doesn't need to be an hour. Nice half an hour thing there. Keep an eye out what am I doing in the week. Heck knows, more of my absolute beast catching up. And being assertive and on it, but also not burning out. Will it happen? Stay tuned. So yes, thank you all for 3 years. Not all of you have been here for 3 years. That's okay, but a chunk of you have, to be fair. Gary wins the lottery, it'll give me $1 million. Thank you, that'd be ace. I will hold you to that. I keep saying about when I win the lottery, but I've never played it, so that's not going to help. Right, I will see you all later. Bye. Have a lovely day. Bye.